Speaking of downfall, an unfortunate one, potentially self-inflicted. Josh Schuster has been told by Manly to look elsewhere. They've obviously got buyer's remorse on his ridiculous, let's call a spade, 800k reportedly deal. All the clubs have said thanks, but no thanks, leaving Schuster pretty much left out. If you're a struggling club with a little bit of money in the cap, because the talk is Schuster's going to get a see you later, he'd be free to discuss, the NRL have got to look and say there's no way he's actually worth 800k. Would you be taking a punt on the young man who's got a huge chip right now on his shoulder?
Let's go. Let's have a look at this both ways, because you've had some people come out and say we've contacted every NRL club and no one's involved in Josh Schuster, and then you've had his agent turn around and come out and say there's 4 or 5 clubs in Sydney and there's a couple of clubs elsewhere that are looking at Josh Schuster. I think all 16 clubs turned around and said thanks but no thanks if they either had to pick up a large chunk or take on full freight. However, if this is a clean slate on Josh Schuster, I think there's about 6 clubs that could do with him, right? And the style of play that he has, the type of player that he is, he would slot into multiple teams. And you're going to get a guy who's going to start off in reserve grade and work his way up, right? And if you're saying like, you know, because I put my thinking hat on here. If I was the CEO of the pick a team, I'm having a look around here. If I was the CEO of the Parramatta Eels, and they said, "Hey, Josh Schuster's available for 800 grand. Are you interested?" Well, the answer's no. Hey, Josh Schuster's available for 300 grand. Are you interested? I'm kind of thinking, Mitch Moses went down, and we didn't really have anyone coming. You know, there's Blaze Talangi's really young. Ethan Sanders is off to Canberra, and Dayan Arce is really inconsistent. So maybe having that person who can slot in there, but also give you a utility flavour, play the same role that Bryce Cartwright can play if he's injured at one point in time. I think it works. I look at our side, Cronulla, and I think the same thing. If it's $800,000, I'm not interested. If it's between $200,000 and $300,000, maybe I'm interested. You know, we've seen ball playing back rowers at Cronulla thrive. Greg Bird, Wade Graham, Luke Lewis, for example. It's just the style of footy that they play. And another guy who can slot into the halves if Nico Hines is injured, if he's on origin duty. I'm not saying I want him. I'm just saying that at the right price, there is a value to Josh Schuster. And I think there's like 4 or 5 other clubs before you get to the upper echelon of the ladder that could use a player or take a punt on him. We've seen Canterbury sign ridiculous players with less talent on money. He would be a perfect pick up for them. A club like the Titans, anything would be good for them. The Dragons, maybe. The Knights, maybe. Canberra. Like the minute they said he was available, I was like, he sort of makes a lot of sense for Canberra on the bench.
I linked him straight away with Canberra. I think he's a victim of this ridiculous contract. And I won't say through no fault of his own, because he's here because he hasn't lived up to what he signed. But no one in the rugby league world looked at that contract and thought, oh, geez, that's a bargain. They looked and thought, he's a kid who's had some good games, shown some undoubted potential, but a bloke who, you know, with the greatest respect, isn't worth probably half 800k. I put him around the 4 to 450 at the top end. If he would have put himself out there at 250 and say, look, someone take a punt on me, I'm ready to go. He's got tremendous upside. His best games are very, very good. Unfortunately, his low games are downright terrible, which has seen him play for Blacktown. And obviously, you know, it's led to the situation we're discussing here. He could very well end up in England. He could go over there and he'll tear up in England. Do not get me wrong. He will be too good for the Super League. We've seen 32-year-old, 34-year-old Brett Hodgson go over and win a Man of Steel. We saw Blake Austin. You know, Bevan French was a fringe reserve grader. Best player.
Blake Green was a champion.
I think that he could go over there and tear up for 2 years and come back, a la Aiden Caesar. Or he can say, hey, Newtown, give me a deal. I'm keen. And Newtown say, of course, we're getting a rep quality player for peanuts. He goes on and tears up. There's 5 or 6 clubs going, oi, we got a spot in June 30. You know, it's coming up quick. How about you jump across here? And Newtown are going to say, well, obviously we can't keep you. I think he's got to back himself here and say, all right, I'm out. whether it be now or at the end of the year. Go get a minimum deal somewhere and just blow everyone away, and he'll be back on big money sooner than later.
If Manly do want him, though, but they don't want him on that contract, well, one, that's their fault, right? But just renegotiate it. Because if he doesn't want to leave Manly and Manly don't want him to leave, they just don't like that, just renegotiate. Just turn around and say, you know what? We made a huge blunder offering that deal. You didn't really make the blunder signing it because $800,000 in front of a 20-year-old, everyone's going to sign that. We made a blunder. You're not happy because you're not playing. Let's get yourself on that deal. Let's put the performance incentives about it. And when you're 24, maybe we can see if you're worth $800,000.
All right, solve another problem.